Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your hostess, femininity coach, and author of The Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So we got yet another slow chick trying to tell men how to be men. Everything is sassy. You know, men breathing is sassy. You know, if you blink too many times, he's sassy. So then we got this chick here, Erica Banks, and you know they're never famous for anything other than being thoughts or being the baby mamas to somebody. I don't know whether she's just famous as a thought or a baby mama, and I don't care. But listen to this, and then I've got another one for you to listen to, just so that you can get a fuller understanding of where I'm about to go with this. So let this foolishness play.
Complaining as a man, because why are you complaining as a man?
Why would you ever?
Why would you ever complain about anything?
Yeah, why would you ever voice your opinion about anything in the world?
You should let me be the woman.
Man, the world is perfect, and you have no right to say shit about nothing.
Oh, so it's like, you know,
especially if you were Erica Banks, everything's just right.
You ain't got nothing to complain about.
You can't say shit about a motherfucking thing.
It has to make sense if you do complain, but like,
give me an example.
You can't, bro. You just don't.
I believe that.
Just don't.
Okay. All right.
Just don't complain.
You know, I just want to make sure
you shut the fuck up.
I just want to make sure
life is better
bro.
when you with Erica Banks.
Yes, it is.
Nothing can go wrong. Nothing.
You can't complain about shit.
Nothing.
What would you complain about?
She said it don't sound right.
Like,
so, in other words, you don't want a nigga to open up to you about it. Like, if something going on,
express your feelings, but don't complain. See, there's a difference.
So what's the difference?
Expressing your feelings is telling me how you feel. Complaining is like
telling
nagging. Or like complain. Just don't fucking complain. Complaining.
Now, you heard the foolishness. Anytime you hear a hyena open up with, as a man, knowing they ain't never spent a single day as a man in front of men, trying to tell men how to be men, you know you got a hyena on your hands when she's somewhere trying to tell men how to be men. Lionesses know men when they see them. We don't have to try to tell men how to be men. We just know them when we see them. And it just is what it is. But hyenas always have to regulate how men are going to behave and how they think. Now, the foolishness that she just said, first of all, this one is slow because she didn't even catch his sarcasm. She did not catch his sarcasm. I think a lot of these chicks are slow. The comprehension level is just not where it needs to be at all. She could not express the difference between saying how you feel and complaining. And then you had chicks in the comment section that you had some chicks that was tired of it, right? And then you had some chicks that was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I kind of see where what she's saying and all of this type of thing. So like this one, I think what she's trying to say is you cannot like the situation and express that, but to complain and do nothing about it is crazy. Old people say real men don't complain, they make change. Provider, which doesn't have anything to do with provision. And this one made sense too. Does the NFL and NBA draft make more sense to y'all now? Because Black chicks was online complaining that so many of the men who were trying to be drafted for this, and because NFL draft just happened, and they showed up, it was a lot of them that was showing up with white women and just non-Black women. So Black women was complaining about that. But this is why so many get these other women. And you can say what you want to say about it, but because y'all think like that, and because you actually try to have your relationships like this, where the men don't have space to be human beings with you. This is why Black men are saying, just forget it. We'll go somewhere else. And just to sort of reiterate the point, this is chaotic. I don't know. I guess he's a rapper or whoever he is, but he apparently dated the slow chick, Erica Banks, that was just talking. So he's on this podcast. I think this is Angela Yee's podcast. And, you know, a bunch of hyenas. And he's expressing why he broke up with her. And I want you all to listen to what he said and listen to the hyena responses.
Have unrealistic expectations for the men that they be dating, and I'm just not one of those.
Like what expectations?
Yes,
What's
please.
unrealistic?
Elaborate.
I already know what you about to say.
Erica Banks used to be thinking that she was gonna break my bank,
Okay.
and that was not happening.
Mhm.
I was giving her small budgets, but it was like she wanted to go over. So it was like, I mean, because get what a small budget to me might be a large budget to somebody
Well, it
else.
wasn't
Like
a long
what?
budget
What's
to
the
Erica
budget?
if she kept going over.
Yeah.
No,
What's
I'm
the
saying,
budget?
see, like I said, unrealistic.
Mm.
A budget for me is real. This is a realistic
It's a
budget.
real number.
Like what's a realistic
Yeah, but you're
budget?
trying to keep up with the Joneses. You're not gonna keep up with the Joneses off my. You say what?
What's a realistic budget to you?
Like, okay, let's
Tell
say
us.
if you need some, like you need a bill paid, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I got you.
The
You know what I'm
mortgage?
saying? Yeah, I cover that.
Okay.
Say car note,
My
I
mortgage
cover
is
that. I cover
$10,000.
things sort of bills. Like I would be there. You know what I'm saying?
Does she have to ask
But
you?
then you got to pick a side
Mhm.
because you're not finna be getting bills paid.
And
Then thinking we going to Shanae.
okay.
Shanae.
Shanae more than the bills.
Exactly. So it's like, yo, I just paid the bills and you want Shanae too? I'm good off that.
Okay.
And then there's
So she
other
needed to pick a
girls.
side.
Then there's
and stay
other
there.
girls in the world that don't even want that much.
Mhm.
Just
That
as
already got their
beautiful,
own shit.
or even more beautiful, that really can bring more to the table than you could.
Okay.
And it ain't about finances with me, because for us men, we ain't getting nothing out of y'all. We really be wanting more emotionally and mentally and physically
Amen, brother.
and spiritually. We ain't asking for nothing financial.
So you want her to
Well-
be your therapist?
And no, it's not, girl. Where did you? Hold the
Hold on,
fuck
wait,
up.
You
How
want
much is
emotional
that?
support.
I don't want her to be my therapist. I want her to be.
Yeah, she
I
got
want her to be. I want her to be my peace. I want her to be somebody I could be vulnerable with.
Somebody
That's
you
the
could talk
problem.
to.
Your safe space.
I can't even be vulnerable with her.
Right.
Bomb. So it was over with. It's like
Okay.
hard to be able to be vulnerable with girls. It's hard to be able to talk to them.
He really liked Amy. He really
You
liked
can't
Amy.
even tell. You can't even really tell a girl. Even if you're going through a hard time, you can't even say it.
Mhm.
Like, say if my money tied up right now, I can't even say that.
Right.
You gotta
Right.
hold everything in and just make everything happen. So
Huh.
some girls is not understanding. So for me, it's like you see me single because eventually I just realized that what I need from you is understanding.
Right.
How
Come
can
on,
we
escape.
communicate?
That feels very transactional.
If you don't hear
Oh
what
my
I
gosh.
say,
This guy.
come
No,
on,
but it-
come on.
that
If you don't
does
hear what I say,
That does seem very transactional if somebody is
Yeah.
always expecting you to financially do things.
But then they don't
constantly.
want to do their part. You
Right.
feel me?
Because
Yeah,
I
that's
like to, like,
horrible.
if I'm dating somebody, I am gonna like try to get nice stuff. If I'm out, I'm gonna be like, oh, this would be cute for him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I like to like.
These girls have
He explained it very well, and you could hear the hyenas trying to pick apart as he was talking. What did she have to ask him for it? What did you? They were trying to find the holes, the wiggle room, the no accountability for their fellow hyena for being a transactional thought with this man. And he's saying, listen, you're not going to live a particular kind of lifestyle off my dime. You're not going to do that. If I'm paying a bill here and there, I'm financing you, you know what I'm saying, in certain ways, you're not going to get that. And, you know what I'm saying, I got to buy you a Birkin bag every 5 minutes. We're not doing that. If you, first of all, if you want to keep up like that, if you want to keep up with the Instagram Joneses, you're going to have to dig in your own pocket and figure that one out, baby girl. Since y'all such boss chicks and y'all got it, it shouldn't be a problem, correct? And then you did these as older chicks too with that foolishness. And did you have to act? And then when he said, I need support from you. Now, we just heard her say, don't complain as a man. So then we understand that he's not lying. He's saying that she does not there is no such thing as emotional support, because she doesn't even think that a man should say anything or speak about anything that is displeasurable to him or not palatable to him, or things that he doesn't like, or things that's going wrong with him or around him. We just heard her say that out of her mouth. Didn't even catch the sarcasm of the guys. It was like basically clowning her for it. It was like, this is crazy. So then you have a man who was actually in a relationship with her express that this is actually how she carried the relationship, and ultimately why they had to break up, because it's unrealistic. You want me to shell out money and this, that, and the third, but when I come to you for your part of the relationship, which is supposed to be, y'all claim y'all know how to nurture and all this kind of stuff, the nurturing part and the support part, now you frowning up and you don't want to do that. So basically you're whoring. And y'all don't like to call this prostitution, but it is. That's exactly what it is. It's not getting to the bag. It's not getting a man that's a provider, because it's funny how y'all changed the definitions of provider to mean tricks. Y'all think a provider is a trick. Y'all really try to make those two things mean the same thing. Y'all really tried that. And because y'all are prostitutes in y'all head, and y'all are acting out that prostitution in y'all mind, a provider is a trick. Because the trick is where you getting the money from. And then you don't want nobody to call y'all hoes and say y'all hoeing. When y'all say it out y'all mouth, y'all quote unquote going through a whole phase, which everybody know is not a phase. Because they was trying to make what's unrealistic. All this crap is unrealistic. All of it. Every last piece of it. Now you want to get online and say that every time a man shows his humanity, he's sassy for it, particularly a black man. If he shows any emotional output, anything like that, now he's sassy. On the one end, y'all talk about, oh, we want an emotionally available, emotionally intelligent man, but then he's sassy when he do it. So y'all for as much as y'all hyenas don't like podcasts and talking about it's just talking points, y'all do the talking points too. Y'all say stuff and then don't know what it means. You want an emotionally intelligent or emotionally available man, and then when he become emotionally available, now you frowning your nose up because he's soft because of that. He's sassy because of that. Which only indicates and lets everybody know that you have no idea what a man that's being emotionally available and still in his masculinity, you have no idea what that looks like. None. And you've never experienced it before. Therefore, you're going to fumble a man. She fumbled this guy because he seemed like he might have been on the up and up and want to rock with you in a real relationship. That's the other thing. Y'all have these men that really want to be in real relationships with y'all. And when y'all fumble, then y'all want to get out here and stand on the nearest, you know what I'm saying, elephant skull in the boneyard and holler to the top of your hyena lungs about how ain't no good men out here, when you had 3-4 men that was really trying to rock with you the long way. And you fumble because you don't know how to be a woman in a relationship. It was disgusting for her to say, so you want her to be your therapist. That's how y'all think. That's how hoes think. You actually want me to talk to you? You actually want me to have feminine energy with you? You actually want me to pour into you? You actually want me to support you in some type of way, even just morally, even just verbally? Oh, you want me to be your therapist? You want a daddy? You want a pimp? So now what? Y'all really make me sick. Anyway, jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your hostess, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.